Hello everybody, I'm Pat Sherwood. Welcome inside the CrossFit studios. Today I'm joined by a 4-time Games athlete, and she absolutely demolished 16.2. Of course, I'm talking about Kara Webb. Kara, welcome to the show.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Great job on 16.2. Ridiculous, actually. I didn't even know if anyone would finish, and you more than finished. When we were chatting beforehand, you said you like to set goals for workouts and then greedy goals. Tell me about both of those for 16.2.
I think, you have to have a goal to start off with, for something. And when you go into the opens, it's really broad. You just don't know if it's ever going to be good enough or where to sort of plan it. But I set a goal of, something that I think, is kind of realistic and, to work towards, but always it's a bit of a stretch. But then I have these kind of little ones that, I have deep down that I kind of don't always tell everyone until after the workout that I call my greedy goals.
Love
And they're like kind of a little bit too far and they're a stretch. And it sort of, I guess, preps me to not settle for the original goal that's possible and at least try and fight past it. So that I know that I am kind of stretching the boundaries, because that's what the Opens is like my first. I haven't done competition, aside from the invitational. I don't do competitions all year round. And so it's me kind of cracking into the season and getting a feel for it. And I need to start testing to see if I can really sort of stretch the limits a little bit. So yeah, my greedy goal for 16.2 was actually sub 15. And
So close.
I know, right? I kind of worked that out, and there was really no science behind it. It was just me working out, sort of how long. I've done a few interval kind of style workouts, each round for time and then rest, and how long does that take and what kind of work I can squeeze in a particular time frame. And I kind of came up with this, crazy idea that I'd average out about 3 minutes a round. And, obviously
you weren't that far off.
And I wasn't. I had the boys yelling at me, and I saw it slipping away. It was just so close. But my kind of realistic, but I thought it was a cool goal, which is just sub greedy goal, was I just thought it'd be pretty cool to have that whole block at the end spare. And I thought, why not? Like, why not at least try?
Sure.
And what have you got to lose? And go hard. And if they don't make it, and then that's it. Like, that's the worst that happens. So at least I gave it a shot then. So I kind of went after that and saw that it was kind of achievable as I was chasing it down. And yeah, it's cool.
The Games last year, shifting gears a little bit, you had all kinds of footage and cameras on you because of your performance in Murph, which was excellent. You took 13th in Murph, but it cost you. I mean, some people thought you were about to black out unconscious there on the field and whatnot. It really affected you. How did you have such a traumatic experience really in Murph and then still battle back to your best finish ever at the Games?
I still don't fully know. I don't know. I don't even know how I even got to the point where I could push myself to that level. That was something I didn't know about myself until that point. I guess all I trust is that I really was the best I'd ever been. I was the fittest that I'd ever been last year, and I am continually. My progress is just really slow and steady. I was never going to come out Rookie of the Year in 2012 and win the thing. Like, I'm just getting better every year, just a little bit better, and rounding out weaknesses and skills and all that kind of stuff. And so I was better than I had been in the past. And I had a bit of a rough year in 2014, and there was just no way that I was going to go down like that again. I just mentally, I just couldn't take it. And I also think that I was stronger from the year before, having a little bit of a rough time and having an injury and pulling out before the final, doing so well in 2014. I was kind of just ready for anything. Now I'm legitimately ready for anything 2 years in a row. But I think, I was just better, better than I'd ever been. And I had trained really, really hard that even sub-max, I was able to, pull out a pretty good result that I was still really proud of, mainly because of the effort than anything else.
Well,
but yeah, I think that's why.
To say that we're excited to see you this year is an understatement. So you personally, looking forward to 2016, the season, what needs to happen for you to consider it a successful year?
You know what? I don't really base my success off placings. And as much as I think it'd be really cool, and my greedy goal is like be the fittest on earth, be number one. But for me, I train all year round, and I, just every day in the gym, and I work really hard. And I just kind of need to look back and know that I did everything that I possibly could, and that I overcome whatever's thrown at me, because 100% from the start of the Open now to the games, like, something is going to happen. A few things are going to happen. Like,
Right.
things don't go to plan. And if I'm able to manage that and somehow just be a little bit stronger and a little bit better than I was the year before, that's a huge success to me. I just kind of want to walk away at the end of the day and know that I did everything I possibly could, and I will be happy. I will never be satisfied, is my little saying. I'll always be happy, but I'll never be satisfied unless I'm the fittest on earth. But I will be happy knowing, that I did everything I possibly could.
Well, so far, I'd say 2016 is off to a fantastic start. So wish you nothing but the best, and thank you very much for giving us some of your time.
Thank you for having me.
That was Kara Webb. If you want to watch her continue her fight to make it back to the games for a 5th time, stay here on games.crossfit.com.